Welcome to the 3D Heart Project series of videos. I'm Jared Sheridan, a pediatric cardiology fellow at the Stutlery Children's Hospital in Edmonton, Alberta. Today, I'm going to go through the anatomy of a normal heart using a 3D model like these. Let's get started. The models will be shown to you as if you are looking at the heart inside the body of someone in front of you. Each 3D model of the heart can be made to show either the muscle of the heart or the blood that is contained within the chambers of the heart. Today, we are going to be using a model that shows the blood inside the chambers of the heart. This is called a blood pool model. This type of model is used to show how large the inside heart chambers are, which gives us a clear idea of how big each part of the heart is. We can also see the blood in the important blood vessels that connect to and from the heart. Here we see our model, which is a 3D print of a heart showing where the blood flows within the heart, rather than the muscular surface. We've colored this model red and blue in order to better show the right and left sides of the heart. The blue indicates the right side, where deoxygenated blood flows. The red side here indicates where the oxygen-rich blood flows. This model would sit in the chest something like this. I'm going to show you the path of the blood flow and point out the important parts of the heart along the way. First, blood enters the heart here and here via the superior and inferior vena cava. These connect to the first chamber of the heart, the right atrium. The right atrium is separated from the left atrium by a thin wall called the atrial septum. The right atrium is also separated from the right ventricle by a valve, which would be right about here. This valve is called the tricuspid valve because it has 3 cusps or leaflets. Blood passes through the valve and into the right ventricle in order to be pumped off to the lungs, which would be on either side of the heart. You can see that the ventricle is larger than the atrium because it is a main pumping chamber within the heart. The right ventricle pumps deoxygenated blood out through the main pulmonary artery to the lungs. This main pulmonary artery is separated from the right ventricle by the pulmonary valve, which would be seen right about here. You can see the main pulmonary artery branches in 2 directions, off to the left and off to the right, leading to the lungs. We know that these blood vessels are arteries because they're muscular and they are traveling away from the heart. The blood flow is traveling off to the lungs. Now, I'm going to turn the heart around so we can better see the structures in behind the heart, as well as the left side. Once blood has received oxygen from the lungs, on either side, it returns to the left side of the heart. There are 4 pulmonary veins which drain blood from the lungs back to the left side. We know that these are veins as they are leading back to the heart. Similar to the right, the left side of the heart has an atrium that receives the blood. This blood is then allowed to pass to the left ventricle on this side. The left atrium is separated from the left ventricle by another valve. This is called the mitral valve and would be in this location, and it has 2 cusps. The left ventricle is the main pumping chamber of the heart. The left ventricle pumps oxygenated blood out to the body through the aorta, which is seen here. The aorta is separated from the left ventricle by another valve. This valve is called the aortic valve, and although it's not seen well in this model, it would be right here in behind the main pulmonary artery. From the aorta, blood is able to flow to the rest of the body's organs. Let's review the normal structures of the heart. First, the superior and inferior vena cava, which lead to the right atrium. Blood then passes through the tricuspid valve and into the right ventricle. The right ventricle is able to pump the deoxygenated blood out towards the lungs through the pulmonary valve and into the main pulmonary artery. It travels into the branch pulmonary arteries on the left and right and into the lungs. Blood then returns back to the heart via the pulmonary veins, all four here, and into the left atrium. Blood passes through the left atrium, through the mitral valve, and into the left ventricle. From the left ventricle, blood flow goes out through the aortic valve, in behind here, and out through the aorta, off to the rest of the body. Thanks again for watching our video on the anatomy of the normal heart. Please visit our website at 3dheartproject.com or click the link in the description below. There, you can sign up for updates and find more awesome 3D heart content, including more videos as well as other models of different heart abnormalities. Please leave us a comment, like our video, and if you want to see the videos as they come out, hit subscribe. Thanks again for joining us.